Tom Cloud with this week's Precious Metals Market Update. A lot going on since our last report 2 weeks ago, and for the ones of you that didn't hear, I'll be doing this every other week instead of every week as I have, because the news sometimes is not that much new news. So we made a decision, Jerry and I, that we would be doing this once every other week, and hopefully a little more meat to the contact. Let's get right to several things. Citizens Against Government Waste have just announced that we're going to have over $1 trillion of debt. This year we're supposed to have $800 billion according to Trump's budget deficit. We've just hit 990 something billion, and we've got 3 months to go in the fiscal year that ends September 30th. So once again, for the 16th or 17th straight year, the deficit is worse than what the government tells us it's going to be. I know that doesn't surprise anybody, but unfortunately markets move based on fake news and fake numbers and not real pricing. This is in the market. So we look at it and say the deficit for the next 10 years is going to add $1 trillion a year at an average interest rate of 2.5%. You just keep piling $25 billion of interest on top of it. Now with over $22 trillion in debt, you know, we're just seeing $400 billion in interest, and the interest rate is compounding and skyrocketing, and people think happy days are here again. This is going to be the biggest crash the world has ever seen. Now, would it take a year or 2 or 3? I can't tell you. It's manipulation. As long as people believe in paper money and electronic entry with nothing to back it except the faith of the U.S. government, which is also losing net worth day by day. So it's you that has to make those decisions. But as I said, the Citizens Against Government Waste have just taken a long report that is correct, that is honest, that is done the proper way of accounting, and shows that for the next 10 years, we will have over $1 trillion added per year to the national debt. So at that point, we're over 30 trillion, up in the 30s. Can you imagine what the US dollar will be worth? Almost nothing. It'll be almost nothing is what it'll be worth. So we move on into platinum. Has become very sensitive to the car industry in China, as they're not using palladium, they're going to platinum because it's $700 an ounce cheaper. And since I gave the buy signal in platinum at 756 right here on this show a few months ago, we're up to about 816. Nothing dramatic, but a few percent up, and we still expect platinum to break out and close the gap between palladium that's now around 1400, but it's come down from the 1600 level to the 1400 level, while platinum is on the way up. We still expect over the next 24 to 36 months, those two will cross, as they have many times, going in opposite directions. So it's still early in the game to be buying platinum, and we would strongly urge you to buy platinum. Looking at gold real quickly, we're seeing gold has gained $100 an ounce in the last month. It's up in the $13.35 range on gold. Central banks have a heavy appetite for it, and that's going to continue. We're seeing the futures market flip and going into a positive buying for gold, because the major news, the shocking news, is about the Fed. The Fed now saying they're going to have 3 or 4 rate hikes this year, had one, and now they've got a 68% chance of lowering interest rates at the July meeting. The June meeting, there should be no activity. It's next week. It probably will not drop or go up. But when Trump went crazy yesterday on the 11th of June, saying interest rates had to be cut, this economy could not sustain high interest rates at 2.5%. So we've got lowest interest rates we've ever had. but he needs them lower because this economy is on thin ice. So it looks like a Fed that said we're going to hike rates 3 or 4 times, hike them one time, and now they're going to lower them at the end of July. And this is so good for gold. It's just going to keep the appetite for the central banks buying gold. Big investors are buying gold. I've said it on this show, and it's been the pace all year long. What do the central banks know that you, the little guy, don't know? They know the solution to any problem with money is going to be gold. Not silver, not platinum, not palladium. It's going to be gold because gold is money. It's been money since biblical times all the way to 1971. And it will be money again, whether it's the Chinese yuan that comes out backed by gold or several cryptocurrencies come out backed by gold that are being done right now by different countries. And they will be out sometime, probably before Trump goes out of office at the end of next year on this term. So we watch the gold and it just keeps marching up. And as the dollar continues to get thrashed, and that's going to accelerate because of our deficits and how poorly we're managing our money. So watch the Fed cut rates in July, sending later, and especially with the inflation numbers yesterday, after 0.3% we had in April. Everybody said, well, inflation's heating up. I said, no, it's not heating up. 0.1% in May. And what happens immediately? We start screaming, slowing economy, great for gold. Money's going to be printed. We're going to continue to see the Fed easing rates and not raising rates. These people don't have a clue what they're doing. Really do not have a clue what they're doing. And yet they set policy and traders follow after that. But we also seen silver that is now about 60 cents below mining cost, breaking out. It's up to 1480s from the 1420s where it were 3 weeks ago. So we think it will break through 15, hold it, and then it will take off to the next level. It's going to come back easily at 1540. You still have the opportunity to be buying silver below mining costs for only the 4th or 5th time in history. So it's not going to stay there. Miners are not going to close. So the price has to come up. If they don't, they will close. So take this opportunity to add to your silver. If you call Dan in our office, he has some incredible specials. We just put them out. And we have gold eagles right now at the lowest price we've ever had them. We have a wholesaler that bought too many on it. His bid got hit, so he had to buy them. But he needs to sell some to have money to buy other things. So you can reach us at 800-247-2812. We still have the lowest storage rate in the world. If you're storing metals anywhere and you're paying 50 basis points or more, you need to call us and talk to us about how you can transfer them into our program. We can immediately send you an internet brochure explaining how that works. If you're looking to get a self-directed precious metals IRA, call us, Dan, or I can help you set that up where you have it in, you can go and have gold, silver, platinum, palladium in that self-directed precious metals IRA. We can function as your broker and your representative, but we'll point you toward some custodians that you have to have also that report your value every quarter, send you a 1099 when you remove metals at a future date. But I've never seen a better time for precious metals. And no matter what you believe, it's my belief, 43 years of doing this, we're getting ready to see all the metal. I'm not sure about palladium, but platinum, gold, and silver continue to rise in 2019 and in 2020, I think you'll start seeing some significant increases, and certainly could happen this year. But buy what the big boys are buying, what they know that you don't know. They know gold's going to be money. Central banks are pouring billions of dollars into physical gold because they know the solution to all this worthless paper money that's being created is going to be a reset of some kind. I wish I could tell you what it's going to look like. So with that, this is Tom Cloud signing out.